It's scarier than Friday the 13th, more depressing than the first of the month when you don't have a job. More devastating than 9/11 is the day after Black History Month. Police beatings are now status quo and no one's held responsible, not even if they got the whole videotape showing the uniformed coward's fist drilling the innocent 16-year-old boy's face like American oil rigs on conquered Iraqi land. And what was the reason Bush declared war again? Halliburton, excuse me. And they think no one's watching. Lynchings are now passed off as suicides, and it really don't matter if the man's hands were tied. The judge and the police agreed that the sheets used to bind him came from the linen closet of his grandmother's house, and they just so happen to have two eye holes cut out of them. And who cares if this black man dated the white sheriff's daughter? Racism is dead in racist Belle Glade, Florida. All blacks with cell phones are now blacks with guns. Don't try to make sense of it. Just understand that you may literally run out of minutes the next time you check to see if you've run out of minutes. Can you hear me now? It's the day after Black History Month. But on February 1st, things are oh so different. The Bush family used to skip through all the black hoods with their white hoods on. George Jr. hugged the very same girl whose life he ruined with his MLK and I had the same dream last night t-shirt on. His belly bulged from all the money his family saved from educational cuts. He yelled out, "Let's honor the very symbol of the black struggle, the pig." And no one knew no better, and so they cheered. And while everybody was stuffing their mouths, he was stuffing the stolen money in the hollow carcasses of what now became his literal piggy banks. What you think? Next, Bush toured around all the remote parts of Africa like there weren't no hustling, bustling cities with businessmen over there. And he skirted around all the real issues for 28 straight days, like why America still hasn't apologized for slavery, or why didn't Bush bridge the gap between cocaine and crack sentences. I mean, it is a major contradiction that his niece wasn't arrested after they found a rock in her sock in rehab in Florida. Oh yeah, George's brother Jeb was the governor. Well, or why Condoleezza Rice, Clarence Thomas, and Colin Powell haven't started a band yet called the Aunt and Uncle Toms, because that shit was sale. Just like in Bamboozled, everybody's bamboozled, and does Savion Glover have to tap you on the back of your shoulder for you to understand that every day in February should be cherished? And by the middle of the month, you almost forget about the whole Black History Month thing, what with all the programs being bland and over in the first week. And then you almost remember at the end of the month when you see this McDonald's commercial claiming that every day is Black History Month in Ronald's heart. Sounds like a beautiful slogan to increase black sales, especially when the new McRib sandwich is promoted at the end of the ad. And I'm beginning to add it all up. I'm beginning to wonder if it's all propaganda. See, Carter G. Woodson meant well, but if we're not going to take care of this holiday and make it worth something, then we might as well not have it at all, because all hell breaks loose come March 1st. All hell breaks loose come March 1st. Bush continued to carry out his plan. What plan? No one knows. Thousands and thousands of soldiers gone, and they think no one's watching, but that's all we do. Sit back and watch and not doing anything to solve the problem. And if I had the chance to take away Black History Month, I would, just to make people want it back, because they allowed us to have a week so we wouldn't demand a month. They allowed us to have the month so we wouldn't demand a year. I'm not hearing any Black History Month around here. It's more like their vacation, or may we call it business leave. 28 days worth, 29 a few years ago. Be afraid, be very afraid. It's scarier than Friday the 13th, more depressing than the first of the month where you don't have a job, more devastating than 9/11. It's the day after Black History Month.